Hello students and friends. Welcome to Homeopathy Medicines. Today in this homeopathic Materia Medica lesson, I will discuss about homeopathic medicine Aurum sulphuricum. Before starting this video, please subscribe to this channel for Learn Homeopathy Online Free and Homeopathy Materia Medica. We need support from you to make this channel more beautiful and more informative. Now going to discuss about Aurum sulphuricum, its uses and symptoms. The symptoms of this remedy appear in the morning, forenoon, afternoon, evening, and during the night. Desire for open air. The open air aggravates many symptoms. Ascending brings on many symptoms. A sleep feeling in single parts, a sensation of a band around parts. Cancerous affections, ulcers. Worse from cold in general, from cold air, from becoming cold, after becoming cold. Congestion of blood. Hysterical convulsions. Dropsical tendency. Worse during and after eating and from exertion. Formication. Fullness of the veins and a feeling of distension, lack of vital heat. Enduration of glands and other parts. Inflammation of internal organs, of bones, of glands, of serous membranes. Desire to lie down, but lying aggravates some symptoms, worse lying in bed. A most useful remedy in cases abused by mercury. Motion intensifies most symptoms. Mucus secretions much increased. Violent orgasm of blood in chest and head. Pain in bones and glands, aching, boring, cutting, pressing, stitching, tearing pains in many parts, bearing downward in bones and muscles, paralysis of organs. It is most useful in red-faced, full-blooded people. Pulsation in internal parts, the pulse is small, fast, irregular and weak. Marked aggravation follows hurried actions, like running. Oversensitive to pain, in glands. Complaints are predominantly right-sided. Sitting erect aggravates some symptoms, standing aggravates many symptoms. Swelling of affected parts, of the glands. A feeling of tension all over the body, symptoms are worse from touch. Trembling in body and limbs. Walking ameliorates, walking fast aggravates, walking in open air aggravates. Warm bed increases some symptoms, in some cases worse from both heat and cold, worse in warm room and from warm wraps. Marked general weakness, weariness. Complaints worse in winter. Absent-minded, irascible, even violent, anxiety, of conscience, with fear, about salvation. Very critical with all her friends, morbidly cheerful and gay, aversion to company. She has lost all confidence in herself. Confusion in the morning, worse from mental exertion, very timid, even cowardly. Loathing of life and desires death. Delusions about animals. Despair of recovery and salvation, excitement and discontentment, exerion of mind makes all the mental symptoms worse. Marked increase in her imaginative powers. Fear on going into a crowd, of death, of evil, of people, of robbers, very forgetful and easily frightened. It is a very useful remedy for chronic complaints that date back to grief. Hysterical and in a hurried state of mind, at first mental activity, later dullness, imbecility. He is becoming weak-minded and indolent, will not work, becomes like a tramp. These states change to excitement and a mania for work. It should become an excellent remedy for insanity, irresolution and extreme irritability, moaning and lamenting. Maniacal conduct and loquacity, weakness of memory, insane mirth. Moods constantly changing, morose, obstinate and easily offended, mental prostration, quarrelsome, great restlessness, worse during the night. Extreme sadness in the morning but worse in the evening and during perspiration. Generally oversensitive. Desire to sit and brood. Averse to being spoken to, suicidal thoughts occupy his mind, suspicious, indisposed to talk, weeping. Worse at night, alternating with laughter. Vertigo in the open air, with headache, must lie down, when standing, when stooping, walking in open air. fullness of head, constant hypersemia of brain. The hair falls out. Heat in head, burning scalp. Heaviness in moving or rising, in occiput, hydrocephalus, itching of scalp worse at night. Nodding of head like paralysis agitans. Pain in head, morning in bed, afternoon, evening, better in open air, worse from binding up the hair, from coughing, worse lying, from motion, from strong odors, from warm room, after sleep, from straining the eyes, from talking, in windy, stormy weather. Aching pain in forehead, worse from motion, in occiput and forehead, in sides of head, in temples and forehead. Boring in head, in forehead, in vertex. Drawing pain in head, lancinating pain in occiput. Pressing pain in head, in forehead, in occiput, in temples, in vertex. Stitching pains in head, in forehead, in sides of head. Tearing pain in head, in forehead, in occiput, in sides of head, in temples. Pulsating in head on coughing and on motion, in sides of head. The eyelids stick together in the morning, discharge degrees Fahrenheit yellow mucus from the eyes, heat in eyes. Inflammation of eyes, catarrh, scrofulous, syphilis, of chuncroid, with ulceration of cornea, of iris. Itching of lids, of danthi. Much and easy lacrimation, opacity of the cornea. Pain in the eyes, from motion, when reading, aching, burning in the eyes and canthi, cutting, pressing, as from sand, stitching. Paralysis of the optic nerve. Photophobia, protrusion and pulsation in eyes. The pupils are contracted. Redness of eyes, of lids. Scrofulous affections of eyes. Spots on the cornea, near outer canthus. Swollen lids. Floating black specks in the field of vision, dim vision, diplopic. All the eye symptoms are worse from any exertion of vision. Foggy vision. Hemiopia, can see only the lower half of objects. Vision lost from paralysis of the optic nerves, vision smoky, sparks, stars. Discharge from the ear, fetid, offensive, purulent, sequely after suppressed eruption. The ears are red, dryness in ears, scanty wax, stitching of the ears, noises, buzzing, crackling, fluttering, humming, ringing, roaring, rushing sounds. Pain inside the ear, stitching in and behind ears, tearing in ears. The ears burn. Hearing acute, for noise, impaired, lost. Catarrh of nose, discharge bloody, dry crusts, worse on right side, greenish, hard, offensive, purulent, thick, yellow. The nose is red and swollen, most marked at tip. Core is affluent and dry, dryness in nose, epistaxis on blowing nose, itching of skin of nose and inside. The nose is obstructed, offensive odor from nose, sesona. Pain in nose at night, in bones of nose, on touch, burning, soreness, ulcerative pain, right side, polypus in nose. Nose very sensitive to touch. Smell acute, later lost. Frequent sneezing. Swollen nose. Ulceration in nose. Epithelioma of lip, cracked lips. Discoloration of face, earthy, pale, red spots. Eruptions on face, forehead, nose, acne rosacea, comedons, crusty on nose, pimples on face and forehead, pustules, scurf. Pain in face, right side, worse in cold air, in parotid gland, in submaxillary gland, burning pain in up, drawing in face, stitching, tearing in cheekbones and lower jaw. Perspiration of face, cold. Swelling of the face, cheeks, glands in general, lips, parotid gland, submaxillary gland, ulceration of lip. Apathy in mouth and on tongue, bleeding gums. The tongue is cracked. The mouth feels hot. Offensive, even putrid odor from mouth. Speech is difficult. The gums are swollen. Taste, bitter, insipid, metallic, putrid, sour, sweetish, lost. Ulcers on gums and tongue. vesicles in the mouth, caries of teeth, sensation of elongation of teeth, grinding teeth in sleep. The teeth become loose. Pain in the teeth, worse from touch, drawing, stitching, tearing. Inflammation of throat and tonsils, with elongation of uvula. Sensation of a lump in throat, much mucus forms in the throat. Pain in throat on swallowing, burning, stitching, scraping. Suppuration of tonsils, swallowing difficult. Swelling of throat and tonsils, swelling of thyroid gland. Ulceration throat, tonsils, uvula, syphilitic. The appetite is ravenous. Aversion to food, to meat. Desires stimulants, coffee, cold drinks, milk. Distension of stomach. Digestion very slow, a sensation of emptiness. Eructations watery, bitter, tasting of food, ameliorate. Fullness in the stomach, flushes of heat. Hiccup. Nausea after eating, during headache. Pain in the stomach, burning, cutting, pressing, stitching. Thirst burning, extreme. Vomiting bile. Atrophy of the liver, enlargement of liver. Abdomen distended with gas, with serum. Bow in groin. Flatulence obstructed. Fullness and heaviness. Pain in abdomen, night, after midnight, from colic, on coughing, after eating, during menses, in hypochondria, in inguinal region as though a hernia would appear, burning in right hypochondrium, cramping, cutting, pressing pain in abdomen, in hypochondria, in hypogastrium. Rumbling in abdomen, swelling of inguinal glands. Condyloma to a venous. Constipation, alternating with diarrhea, difficult stool, inactivity of rectum, during menses. Diarrhea, morning, night, with burning in anus. Fistula in ano. Flatus passed from rectum, offensive, which ameliorates. Bleeding piles, external biles. Itching in anus. Moisture at anus. Pain in anus during stool, burning in anus with diarrhea, soreness at anus, stitching pain in anus, prolapsus anus. Urging in rectum. Stool, grey, green mucus, thin mucus, hard, knotty, large. The bladder symptoms are very numerous and important. Pressing in the bladder. Retention of urine. Urging to urinate constant, ineffectual. Urination dribbling, difficult, frequent, involuntary at night, unsatisfactory. Suppression of urine. Prostatic discharge. Burning in urethra when passing urine, stitching and tearing in the urethra. Urine, albuminous, bloody, burning, cloudy on standing, copious, offensive, sand in the urine, scanty, mucus sediment, thick, yellow. Condyloma of the glans penis. Impotency. Hydrocele in boys. Enduration of the testes. Inflammation of glans penis, of testes, of epididymes. Itching of the scrotum. Pain in the testes, aching in testes, drawing pain in testes, lancination in penis, pressing in testes. Perspiration of genitals, scrotum. Seminal emissions. Sexual desire increased, with relaxed penis. Swelling of testes, especially the right. Chancres on penis, in syphilitic cases that have had much mercury, cancer of uterus. Sexual desire increased in women. Inflammation of the uterus. Itching of the vulva. Leukorrhea, worse in the morning, acrid, copious, thick, transparent, white, yellow. Menses absent, copious, irregular, first menses delayed in girls, too frequent, late, scanty, suppressed. Pain in ovaries, in uterus, bruised, bearing down in uterus, especially during menses, burning in genitals and vagina. Lancination in vulva. Prolapsus uteri. The vulva is swollen. Mucus in the larynx and trachea, hoarseness. Respiration is rapid, asthmatic, dyspnea at night, on ascending, while lying, while walking. Respiration is irregular, short and suffocative, worse at night. Cough in the morning, nightly paroxysms, worse in cold air, short, dry, hard, racking, short, spasmodic. Expectoration in morning and evening, bloody, difficult, scanty, greenish, offensive, purulent, yellow. Congestion of chest with anxiety, spasmodic constriction of chest. Cracked nipples. Fluttering of the heart. Heat in chest. Milk disappearing or is suppressed. Oppression of chest worse at night. Pain in chest, on coughing, on inspiration, insides of chest on deep inspiration, aching in heart, burning in chest, cutting in chest and in heart, pressing in chest, sides and sternum, soreness in chest, stitching pain in chest, on inspiring, insides of chest on inspiring or deep breathing, in sternum, in heart, in nipples. Palpitation at night, on ascending, anxious, from least excitement, on slight exertion, during menses, on motion, tumultuous, visible, when walking. Swollen mammary, swollen auxiliary glands. Trembling of the heart. The back is cold, heat in lumbar region, itching of the back. Pain in the back in the morning, on breathing, in dorsal region, lumbar region, worse while sitting, in sacrum, in spine, aching in sacrum, bruised in lumbar region, drawing in cervical region, pressing in back and in lumbar region, stitching in lumbar region. Stiffness in back, weakness in lumbar region. Gouty nodocytes in the finger joints, caries of bone. Cold hands, legs and feet. Cracked skin of hands, blueness of fingernails. The feet feel heavy. Hip joint disease. Itching of the upper and lower limbs. Numbness of the limbs while lying and on waking, lower limbs. Pain in limbs while lying and on waking, lower limbs. Pain in joints, in shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, hip, bruised pain in all the limbs, drawing in all the limbs, but especially in knees and feet, stitching in shoulder, wrist, feet, and toes, tearing in the limbs, joints, upper limbs, upper arm, fingers, finger joints, thighs, toes. Painless paralysis of limbs. Staggering gait. Stiffness of knees. Dropsical swelling of legs and feet. Tension of thighs, weakness of limbs, of joints, upper limbs, lower limbs, knees. Comatose sleep. Dreams, amorous, anxious, of assassins, of dead people, of death, distressing, frightful, of thieves, pleasant, vivid. Sleep is very restless. Sleepiness afternoon, after dinner. Sleepless before midnight, after midnight. Waking easily. Coldness in evening in bed, chilliness, shaking chill. Fever of a mild nondescript type. Perspiration in the morning, during the night, profuse. Burning of the skin, cold skin. Eruptions, blisters, boils, burning, eczema, herpes, pustules, scabby, urticaria, vesicles. Erysipelas, excrescences. Formication. Itching, itching burning, itching griping, itching stinging. Sensitive skin. Sore feeling in the skin. Ulcers, burning, cancerous, deep, offensive, discharging yellow pus, fistulous, sensitive, suppurating, syphilitic. It has cured syphilitic warts. Thanks for watching this video. If you want more videos like Aurum sulphuricum, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. To learn homeopathy course online free with Homeopathy Materia Medica. Comment us your feedback and what you want in the next video. Like and share this video with your friends and family. For paid and free consultancy online, visit homeopathymedicines.com and maishclinic.com. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay healthy, stay happy.